Hello everybody, Dan Babis here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. Alright guys, so let's get into it. Today we have a story for you about Mike Burke and Ximena Morales. And we saw on this past episode that this couple is headed towards an explosive breakup. My goodness, Mikey just couldn't take it anymore once Ximena basically broke up with him in brutal fashion. He just stormed off, and as the episode came to a close, we saw scenes from the next week's episode where Mikey just blows up and refuses to leave the house because he's been paying the rent on the house. So this is quite the explosive breakup, and of course we know there's tons of drama with these two on the internet as well, especially on Ximena's side, posting lots of videos with her and her new man, Josh, from Canada. And of course, there's rumors that she has another side piece, Brian, who is from Colombia, from Cali, Colombia. So we did a video on that in recent time as well. But today's video is going to focus on one thing. When Mike and Ximena, well, this is going to play out on this week's episode, actually. So as they're breaking up, Mike is going to request that Ximena gives her everything. So a lot of people have been saying that Mike is basically going to be schlepping the furniture, the TV, you know, the appliances, the fridge, the toaster. He's going to be schlepping everything all the way back to New York State. So Mike kind of opened up about what he took back to the States with him, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's take a look at this piece right here. This comes from Screen Rant, and we're just going to scroll through this piece right here. So Mike reveals what he took back from Ximena after their breakup, their very nasty breakup. 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Day cast member Ximena Morales asked Mike Burke to take everything in her house when she ended their relationship. Well, she didn't actually ask him. It's more that he kind of, I think he said that he was going to take everything back, and she said, okay, fine, just take all of it. Mike Burke from 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days revealed that what Ximena Morales returned to him after their shocking split on the most recent episode of 90 Day Fiancé. The 24-year-old, she's actually 25 by now because she just celebrated her 25th with her new man, Josh, by the way. You know, she had all those balloons and everything. And of course, she's also using that picture on her recent Tinder profile. So very interesting right there. So the 25-year-old from Colombia ended things with the 34-year-old Mike after teasing their breakup on social media for the past few weeks. Fans witnessed Ximena claiming she'd fallen out of love with Mike, owing to him acting like a degenerate with his bad and weird habits. But Mike believed it was because he refused to pay Ximena any more money. She turned offensive and asked Mike to take everything from her house, and he's now telling 90 Day Fiancé fans what it is that he took back to New York with him. Mike and Ximena's breakup was a long time coming. Ximena, who claimed that Mike was never her type, was dissatisfied with him in bed and soon revealed that she was disgusted by his bad habits. Mike was messy and farted and burped openly, but he did assure Ximena that he would tidy up when he gave her her ring. Although hesitant, Ximena was pushed by her family into saying yes, since staying with Mike guaranteed a better future in America for her and her kids. Still, Ximena grew more distant from Mike when he went back to the U.S. after their engagement because when he returned, she refused to sleep in the same bed, called him super gross, and eventually broke up with him. Now, this is the thing. So we know that Ximena hooked up with Josh. We're not exactly sure of the timeline because we've also learned that Josh is allegedly filming for 90 Day Fiancé as well. And he was in Colombia with his own fiancé, who he has since broken up with since he's hooked up with Ximena. So it begs the question, did this hookup, did some of it take place during Mike's absence? Of course, we also know that Ximena was living with this other guy, Brian, or she was hooking up with this other guy, Brian, who is from Colombia, from Cali. And so maybe she was hooking up with this guy during Mike's absence. We don't know right now, but chances are that something like that happened because Ximena moves pretty fast. So yeah, she called him super gross. Eventually broke up with him. Ximena. With Ximena telling Mike, "You will no longer be my boyfriend," he replied, "Anything I paid, I want to take back with me to New York." After the episode aired, Mike did an Instagram live with his friend Nelsie, where she asked him, "So what were you planning on doing and taking everything back?" Nelsie asked if Mike wanted to take the bed, the furniture, the dishwashing machine, the refrigerator, and basically everything. I don't know how you could take that back. I think you're going to need a private jet for that. Mike said she actually gave me back the rings on the episodes you saw, before adding, "and just like the gifts, like the computer, but not the fridge or the couch." So let's take a look, actually, because I have the live pulled up right here. So let's take a look at what Mike said in his own words. So we actually did a video just a few days ago where we looked at this at the same video, and we had some audio issues. So I'm going to try to pull the audio up so you guys can hear everything that is being said right here. So first, Mike is going to be talking, I think, about the tell-all and whether it was filmed or not. And the way that he's going to dodge that question leads me to believe that it's already been filmed. Here, you guys can listen to it.
Have you filmed the tell-all? Somebody asked.
Filmed? I have no idea. Just got to keep watching.
Wow. Damn, you're not gonna give a little bit to the people.
When I see the reunion, you guys see the reunion. Just all I'm gonna say is stay tuned.
There you go.
That's right.
Mikey not answering questions.
I hope you took what you back. Oh God.
So what were you planning on doing? On taking everything back, like literally taking the bed, the furniture, the dishwashing machine, the refrigerator back to New York?
No. She can have like all
so
that.
When you said that, what did you mean?
Just like she gave me back. She actually gave me back the rings on the episode you saw. And just like the gifts, like there was a computer, things like that. But it wasn't anything. See you guys later. Sorry, I'm at my brother's house right now.
Yeah.
We were watching it all together. Yeah, it was just like the gifts and everything. All right. So it was like the gifts, like the computer, and just like other things. It wasn't like the fridge. It wasn't the couch.
The computer. Did you and Kimberly call each other to say, let's bring our computer to our significant others?
No, I just did it because I wanted to show her, be like, hey, you could use this computer. You could download some applications. You could learn English.
Mm-hmm.
That's
nice.
With like media, email, because you can only do it on your phone. I know that for a fact. I hate working from my phone. It sucks.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pause it right there. So there you have it. So, he didn't take back all the house appliances and all of that, the fridge, the couch, the whole thing. So basically, he just took back his computer, which he goes on to say after that he gave her as a gift because he wanted her to install Duolingo and Rosetta Stone, some of the other language apps out there, so that Ximena could learn English. We know that on the show, Ximena doesn't speak any English whatsoever, and of course Mikey actually speaks more Spanish than he lets on, right? Because when he called her a hija de puta, he came off like a fluent, like Spanish speaker. He said that perfectly. So I think Mikey speaks more Spanish than he lets on, but regardless, they definitely had some communication problems. And I think what he's trying to say is that he gave that computer to Ximena so that she could learn a bit of English. And I guess, they also spoke about this. I think Mikey spoke about this, or Ximena actually said that she never wanted to go to the U.S. And perhaps one of the points of contention or disagreement between the two of them was Ximena going to the U.S. That might have been another reason why Mikey gave her a laptop so she could learn English, so that perhaps she could later move to the U.S. Ximena came out against that and said that she never wanted to move to the U.S. With Mikey. So obviously she doesn't speak English. I don't remember hearing her say any words in English, really. So no interest in learning English either. So obviously that didn't work out very well. So there you have it. Mike saying that he got his rings back and he got his laptop back. So he's not taking the whole house back with him like a lot of people are claiming on social media. So that's, that's kind of where we're at with these two right now. So on next week's episode, or this week's, I should say, we're going to see this whole thing play out with Mike completely losing his temper and just showing some signs of this kind of pent-up aggression. And I've read some articles about this. People are starting to notice that Mike seems to have these anger issues. You're definitely going to see it play out on this week's episode. He was so mad that he just had to let out those words. And of course, he felt kind of embarrassed afterwards because he thought that they were targeted at Ximena's mom. And so he apologized in the same video that I just showed to you guys, which by the way comes from this channel called AT2 on YouTube. It's also available on Mikey's on Instagram, just a longer version. So they had a more condensed version on this YouTube channel right here. I'll leave the links to this in the comment section down below, so you guys can go and check it out if you want to watch this whole video. This was a live that Mikey did with Nelsie after last week's episode aired. The main purpose of this is, like I said in my previous video, was to apologize for calling Ximena the B word. Mikey felt embarrassed about that, and he wanted to apologize. Mainly, I don't know if he apologized to Ximena actually, but mainly to her mom and her sister. So that was the main point of this video. So this week we will see Mike completely lose his temper in a really bad way. And like I said, there are some articles already starting to make rounds about Mikey showing hidden signs of pent-up aggression. So we'll see just how bad it gets, but I think that the clip that we saw definitely gives us a glimpse into that. So the point of the video today was just to update you guys on what exactly Mikey took back. And there you go. There you have it in his own words. Took back the ring and a laptop, perhaps some other small things that were left here and there, but nothing else. Of course, all of that was likely said when he said he was going to take everything back as part of a very nasty breakup fight. Like you expect these things go, I think, usually in, when you have a very bad and nasty breakup where one part feel like they're used and so on and so forth. The other part, Ximena in this case, I think she really did not like Mikey kind of exposing her for being a user. In this case, they're both users, in my opinion. We know, and this is the thing, Mikey doesn't touch upon this. He does not say anything about this, but Ximena has dropped the bomb that they met on a webcam site. So they're basically both using each other. Ximena's using Mikey for money. Mikey's using Ximena for sex, basically. And that's it's a business transaction. So yeah, we'll see what happens on this week's episode. It should be a good one, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did. Hit that subscribe button down below, guys, and we will see you guys on the next one. Take care.